Hello there everybody and welcome to this thing that I'm doing, which is apparently called a video. Today I just want to talk about the latest rumors that season 4 of The Mandalorian is apparently going to be turned into a feature film, and one that will supposedly come out before the Rey film. So, does this need to happen? Should this happen? In my opinion, no. I don't think that this is the move that Disney should be making. I think that Jon Favreau has just come off of two of his most disappointing Star Wars seasons ever in The Mandalorian Season 3 and The Book of Boba Fett. I personally have never really been much of a fan of Jon's writings anyway, but The Book of Boba Fett and Mando Season 3, it was just a special kind of bad, to the point that even the most diehard of Mandalorian fans started to question his writing and the direction that both shows were going in. I think that right now there's just a lot of uncertainty around whether, Mando Season 4 will even be any good. And I would even say that The Acolyte is a far more anticipating show at this moment in time, at least in terms of upcoming releases. So then why would Disney decide to turn this into a feature film at the last minute? And not just any film, but this is going to be the first Star Wars film in half a decade, and the first to follow on from the calamity that was the Rise of Skywalker. So it's so important that they get this one right. And I just think that Lucasfilm are desperate to get a film released after the years of cancelled projects and all of the question marks that are being thrown at Kennedy for these cancellations. We've had the David Benioff and D.B. Wise trilogy get cancelled, Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron film was cancelled, Kevin Feige's Star Wars was cancelled, even Damon Lindelof's version of the Rey film was cancelled, and all of these cancellations have led to this soon-to-be 5-year hiatus that we're currently in, and it's just ever expanding. So many fans still think to this day that the Rey film won't get made, simply because of this history of cancellations. And even though there's this filming start date that has been announced, people just still don't believe it. And now to top it off, we have the writer's strike, which is causing delays to the point that there's even new rumors this week that apparently the Rey film doesn't even have a finished script at the moment, despite supposedly being given this filming start date for April 2024. The absolute earliest that the Rey film would be released would be Christmas 2025. However, if you do convert the 4th season of The Mandalorian to a film, it would take no time at all, because Favreau has previously stated that the script is done and it's been done for a long time. So a late 2024 release date would be very possible for such a film adaptation. So in that sense, it makes a lot of sense. If it's true, Lucasfilm clearly just doesn't want the Star Wars feature film hiatus to continue for too much longer, and I guess they just see Mando Season 4 as an easy out given the popularity of the show. But is this really the way to do it? After the disappointment that was Season 3 and The Book of Boba Fett, it's just a massive risk. I mean, imagine if they do this and it's just terrible and it completely flops in cinemas and, which is very possible. What happens then? Lucasfilm would then have 3 feature film disappointments in a row that even their much coveted Mandoverse couldn't fix. That just puts them in a much worse position than they're even in right now. Now, obviously, if this is true, Disney would have already calculated their risk-reward ratio, but let's be real. To them, it doesn't matter if the film isn't well received, as long as they still make the money. And it will, given that Star Wars being back in the cinema would be enough of a Jedi mind trick on the fans who were disillusioned with The Mandalorian after the writing of Season 3, and people just will flock to the cinema to see it regardless of the potential for it being bad. Now, in my opinion, I think that Lucasfilm should instead be focusing on getting Dave Filoni's version of Heir to the Empire out as soon as possible, because I just think that's the film. That's the eventual trilogy that has the highest hopes of saving Star Wars. Heir to the Empire, if they do it right and they follow the books as closely as possible, will be everything that Star Wars fans have wanted for the last decade, and it just can fix the fandom. It really can. Forget Rey, forget Mando, just focus on Thrawn, Luke, Leia, Han, Lando, Mara Jade, and of course throw in some characters like Ahsoka, Hera, and Grogu, Bo-Katan, and you're just onto a winner, Disney. Okay, so just do it. Put your attention onto that one, please. We will be there to see it. We don't want this, rushed Mandoverse movie condensed from an 8-hour TV show into a single 2.5-hour film. It's just not what's needed right now. The film hiatus has already lasted half a decade. We don't mind, or at least I don't mind, waiting another couple years. If that's what it takes for Heir to the Empire. So just do that, please. All right? But that's just me. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll read every single one. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next video. Have a good one.